Coming up tonight on SLU News 22.
The first votes of the 2016 election are cast.
Red light cameras are coming back to St. Louis.
Google's site gets sold.
Mardi Gras events are coming up.
Plus national news and weather. Live from the Busch Student Center, this is SLU News 22.
Good evening, I'm Annie Eveker.
And I'm Bobby Stilwell.
Thank you for joining us this evening. Today, the first ballots of the 2016 elections will be cast. Current polls show Hillary Clinton leading Bernie Sanders by 3% and Donald Trump leading Ted Cruz by 8%. Some things to watch in tonight's results are how Bernie supporters turn out, as they are likely to be highest in college towns. Voters' turnouts will be most important for Donald Trump, whose dominance depends on his supporters reaching the polls. While tonight's results are not definite for either side, it could be a make or break for low polling candidates, as it will help them determine if they still can pull ahead or if it's time to bow out.
A Syrian bus station and military housing building were hit with a bomb attack on Saturday, killing 71 people. The attack took place several hundred meters away from a shrine that had been targeted only a year earlier. This shrine holds the remains of Muhammad's granddaughters and continues to draw Shia pilgrims to the location. 2 suicide bombers carried out the attack that was later claimed as the work of ISIS. The attack happened at the same time as government officials and opposition groups gathered to talk about a solution to the conflicts in Syria. The goal of the ISIS attack was to disrupt these talks. Solution talks will continue to take place on Monday.
Chief Meteorologist Emily Borah is in the Weather Center with our first forecast for the evening. So Emily, what's the weather looking like outside?
Well, it's pretty nice out there today. You can see right now that we are sitting at 50 degrees in St. Louis. Sunny skies or partly sunny skies all over the region. Our highs are in Belleville here at 56, and our lows are in Waterloo down there at 46. Now, I'm sure coming up this weekend, we're going to be curious about Mardi Gras. I will have that later for you in my forecast. Right now, we are going to get down to 43 tonight, and we are going to experience some rain. Now, the real story is the winds are going to be gusting up to 40 miles an hour tonight, and normal will be 25 miles an hour. Our weather stories are the heavy rains and not flash floods, but we could see some severe storms, and we are going to cool down a little bit into the weekend, and I'll have that for you guys coming up in the full segment. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Emily. A disease linked to the Zika virus in Latin America poses a global public health emergency, according to the World Health Organization. Experts are worried that the virus is spreading far and fast. The devastating consequences: the infection has been linked to a condition in which babies are born with undeveloped brains. The World Health Organization alerts put Zika in the same category of concern as Ebola currently. There is no vaccine or medication to stop Zika. The only way to avoid catching it is to avoid getting bitten by the mosquitoes that are carrying the infection. The World Health Organization warns that the Zika is likely to spread across nearly all of the Americas. Currently, more than 20 countries, including Brazil, which has 4,000 cases of the disease, have been affected. Most of the effects of the infection are mild. The bigger health threat is believed to be in pregnancy to the unborn child. Pregnant women are advised to delay travel to areas affected.
A fight broke out at the Motorcycle Expo on Saturday in Colorado, leaving 7 people wounded and 1 dead. Police say the cause of the fight is unclear, but at one point there was an exchange of gunfire, causing 1 fatality and 3 other gunshot wounds. Other events associated with the Motorcycle Expo have been canceled due to these shootings. This fight outbreak is allegedly connected to gang disputes. However, at this time, a police spokeswoman stated they do not have anyone in custody.
President Obama will make the first visit during his presidency to a U.S. mosque. The visit is part of the administration, a push to promote religious tolerance at a time when linkage to Islam with terrorism is growing in the country. On Wednesday, the president will visit the Islam Society of Baltimore, a community center in the city's western suburbs that serves as a place for worship, a house complex, and the schools for thousands of people. It is one of the Mid-Atlantic region's largest Muslim centers and has been described as an anchor for the growing Muslim community. According to the White House, the visit is to celebrate the contributions Muslims Americans to our nation and reaffirm the importance of religious freedom in our way of life.
Coming up next, your SLU area news. Stay with us.
Welcome back. This Wednesday at 6 p.m. in the Center for Global Citizenship, there will be a free screening of the film This Changes Everything. The film, based on the novel by Naomi Klein, asks the question, what if confronting the climate crisis is the best chance to rebuilding a better world? This film is free to the entire SLU community.
According to a 2015 survey, 14% of SLU students reported having suicidal thoughts in the past year, which is well above the national average of 6%. In light of this information, a suicide prevention module was formed by the University Counseling Center and the Office of Health Promotion and Education to address this alarming issue. The module is designed to educate and empower students, faculty, and staff on suicide prevention and intervention. Training will be between 3 to 5 p.m. on February 12th, March 11th, April 22nd, and May 13th. The link to sign up for this training can be found in this week's SGA email.
Red light cameras could be making a comeback in St. Louis City. Officials confirmed that they are also considering speed cameras. Last year, red light cameras took major hits in courtrooms, but city officials are looking at the new legal guidelines to figure out some form of use for the cameras. The city of St. Louis wants to use the money collected from violators to help pay for 160 new police officers. St. Louis Police Chief Sam Dotson and Mayor Slay have been pushing for the new hires for a while. Hiring the officers would cost the city millions, but the money from the red cameras, lights, and speed tickets could help cover the cost. City officials said that the new officers are a key part of curbing crime in St. Louis.
The Rams' departure from St. Louis continues to stir up talk about bringing an MLS team to St. Louis. A state lawmaker has just proposed a new tax to fund a $100 million St. Louis soccer stadium. St. Louis has repeatedly packed Busch Stadium and the Edward Jones Dome for World Cup soccer teams in recent years. And now that the Rams have left, MLS Commissioner Don Garber has said that St. Louis has a little momentum for landing the MLS. There is still no team and no owner that has mentioned the move to St. Louis, but lawmakers want to get the ball rolling to make sure that the taxpayers have a say. The bill presented calls for public votes on a 0.1% sales tax in St. Louis City and County to raise the $100 million. The tax would end once the money is raised and would likely take 7 to 10 years. The bill is expected to have a hearing this week.
This past Sunday, a man reportedly jumped to his death from the 16th floor of a downtown hotel. Police report that the man was arguing with his girlfriend, broke a window, and jumped out. The man crashed through the lobby atrium and was pronounced dead at the scene. At this time, the man's name has not yet been released.
Mardi Gras is going strong in Stilwell. While the dog parade occurred yesterday, there are still events to come. Friday, the Mardi Gras Foundation will be hosting the Mayor's Mardi Gras Ball in the Rotunda of St. Louis City Hall. Tickets are required for the black tie event and can be purchased online at stlmardigras.org. Saturday, the Grand Parade will march from Busch Stadium to the Anheuser-Busch Brewery. After the parade, there will be a party tent and a block party in Soulard. All these events will lead up to Fat Blues Day, a Mardi Gras themed night at Scott Trade Center when the Blues take on the Winnipeg Jets Tuesday. Tickets for the game can be purchased online at stlouisblues.com.
Coming up next, Emily will take a look at your extended forecast. Welcome back. Chief Meteorologist Emily Borah is here with us now for your extended forecast. So Emily, this weekend is Mardi Gras, and I'm really looking forward to being outside. So hopefully it'll be warm. I mean, it's been warm the past few days. Is it gonna stay like this?
Well, if you enjoyed today, then you should enjoy Saturday. It's going to be much of the same. There could be a little bit more wind though, and it could drop a little bit, but not too much.
Okay, I can deal with that.
Right now, though, we are sitting at 50 here in St. Louis with a low tonight of 41 degrees. We did surpass our high of 54. We got up to, I believe, 64 or 63. So that was a very, very nice day. Looking at our storm track, you can see that we do have showers to our south and north of us. Now, those are going to miss us for the majority of tonight while we're all out and about doing stuff, but tomorrow is the real story. Tomorrow is when we could see maybe some thunderstorms, maybe a little bit of lightning. You can see here from our lows, that's what's going to be bringing in this cold air. We are going to have a little bit of a drop, but not too bad. It's still going to be about average for this season, so we won't all be freezing like we were at this time last year. Now tonight we are going to get down to 44 degrees and cloudy skies. The winds are going to be the real issue here, as we are going to be seeing very, very strong gusts, possibly up to 40 miles an hour. Tuesday, we could see some storms, as I mentioned, but the temperature will be about 62 degrees. That'll be our high. We are also going to see some very strong winds tomorrow at about 20 to 30 miles per hour out of the south. Now, our 5-day forecast, you can see that we are going to get that wind I was talking about. It's going to be very, very windy with our storms included. Now, with the wind is going to come a drop in the temperatures. That'll be about 40, 42 on Thursday, and on Friday and Saturday we'll be sitting in the 50s and partly cloudy skies. So for Mardi Gras, it will be very, very nice out. Back to you guys.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. That'll be really great.
Yeah, no, definitely. That'll be really good weather. I mean, it's very warm for St. Louis Mardi Gras. You know that?
It is. Last year this time I was so cold during Mardi Gras.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm really looking forward to this Mardi Gras. Well, thanks, Emily. All right, up next, a look into the world of sports and entertainment. This past Saturday, January 30th, the 22nd Annual Screen Actors Guild Awards were held in the honor of the best actors and overall cast in this year's movies and television series. Among the winners were the cast of Spotlight, winning the awards of Outstanding Performance by a Cast in a Motion Picture, Leonardo DiCaprio for Outstanding Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role, Brie Larson for Outstanding Performance by an Actress in a Leading Role, and the cast of Orange is the New Black for Outstanding Performance in an Ensemble in a Comedy Series. Other winners include Andres Elba for Best Supporting Actor, Alicia Vikander for Best Supporting Actress, and the cast of Downton Abbey for Outstanding Performance by an Ensemble in a Drama Series. Congratulations to all the winners.
Monica Ryan is in the Sports Center with your sports updates.
Hello, I'm Monica Ryan and welcome to SLU Sports. Jim Crews and the SLU men's basketball team suffered a devastating loss to the Dayton Flyers this past week. At halftime, the Flyers led 26-17, but broke away midway through the second half, leading by 30. For you mathletes out there, the final score was a palindrome, 73-37. The Billikens get a much-needed 6-day hiatus before traveling to St. Bonaventure next week, who are 4-3 in conference play. The Lady Billikens reached a 17-4 record for the second time in program history. Jenny Vliet led the Billikens this week as she scored a career and game-high 17 points against George Mason to improve their record. The Billikens are now 7-1 in conference play as they head into their game against Fordham, who is 3-4 in conference play. Vladimir Tarasenko, forward for the Blues, was the only St. Louis player to make the NHL All-Star game. He will first be competing in accuracy shooting for the Western Conference in the skills competition. With 30 games left in the year, the Blues are currently 6 points out of first place in the Western Conference, behind the Dallas Stars and the Chicago Blackhawks. Back to you in the studio.
Fox's first live musical, Grease Live, averaged 12.2 million viewers on Sunday. The viewership for Grease's Live, Fox 3-hour adaptation of the musical, made famous by the film starring John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John, made the event the second biggest live TV musical since NBC's The Sound of Music. The show completely took over social media and Sunday night with its hashtag Grease Live. The production also nabbed an expressive 4.3 rating with those aged 18 to 49 years old. The musical starred Aaron Veet and Juliana Huh as Danny and Sandy and Vanessa Hudgens as Rizzo.
Last year, Google's domain name was accidentally sold, but quickly reacquired. In October, a man discovered Google.com for sale on Google Domains and quickly purchased it for a mere $12. He owned the name for 1 minute before Google realized the mistake and canceled the purchase. On Friday, Google revealed how much they paid him for the error. $6,006.13, which numerically spells out the company's name. The man decided to donate the money to charity, and when Google learned of this, they matched the amount, bringing the total donation to more than $12,000. Actually, that's a really good ending to that story, isn't there, you know? It all ended up going to charity. It never went to charity.
It did, yeah. If it had to go somewhere, that's nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, Emily, how about that weather?
Well, I'm enjoying it. I know that last weekend was so nice for January. I couldn't help but stay out there and just play catch on the quad and hang out with my friends.
Yeah, I definitely got out this weekend and went to Forest Park along with everyone else in the world, apparently. But it was really nice.
Yeah, well, our Brandon brother's taking advantage of that really nice weather and going to Forest Park. Don't blame him there.
Yeah, Emily,
It's
is it
beautiful.
going to be like that all week?
Tomorrow we could see a little bit of some storms, but other than that, we will see sunny skies and highs in the 50s. That'll be very, very nice for the Mardi Gras parade.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
It sounds like the perfect weather. It sounds warmer than most Mardi Gras, but at the same time, it's still, you know, a typical St. Louis February chill. Sounds really nice. Thanks, Emily.
All right, well, that's our show for the night. Thank you for watching.
And don't forget, you can always get the latest movie reviews and news online at slutv.slu.edu or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We'll be back here next week at 6 p.m. Have a great week, everybody.